So here we are continuing. This is a little bugged thing sitting in the middle of here. So here we have the thinking emote, or not the thinking emote, Here we have the cry emote, as we have had the cry emote here forever. The thing about winter season, like I said, it the very first one, so very much a testing ground for what they were going to do. There was no Isle spirit. You never had to go back to Isle at all. At this point, there were no Isle emotes, nothing in Isle other than the tutorial. So you really never had to go back to Isle. The aviary spirit is the welcome emote with, I don't believe, any upgrades. So I think it was just welcome, and that was it. And I have to look at the maps, and I think I will look at the maps eventually. I don't really remember. But we had the prairie emote, the blowing kisses, which was our prairie emote is dance, which was moved from valley. And then we have blowing kisses here, that was also moved from valley. Dance had been in the ice rink, and blowing kisses had been in the stadium. They also, so along with blowing kisses and dance, they also took away our think emote and made it a seasonal spirit. And that is the other seasonal spirit you'll see here. However, what they did, because they were changing their minds as they went along, right now the thinking emote is available here in Forest, just where it always has been, though it has been changed into a seasonal spirit. So those of us who started the season at this point were able to get the thinking emote here. Then they took it out and they closed that room. You could still glitch in there, but they closed that room. And then they decided they were going to try to make it so you get one spirit per week or something along those lines, one spirit at a time. So you got, and they did this with belonging, I think, as well. They tried having the spirits come one by one once per week, which was interesting because it did prolong the season. It made it longer. It also made people less likely to buy a bunch of seasonal candles, though, because there was no possible way to complete the season on day one. Right now, there is a possible way to complete the entire season on day one. You can buy $200 worth of seasonal candles, get all the emotes, and you have every single cosmetic available on day one. Okay, so we're going back to our blowing kisses guy and see what his map is. So this was the first time they tested that, and they did it with the think emote, and they did it with the wasteland emote. So basically the vault and wasteland emotes. They decided they were going to hold off until later. What they did with the wasteland emote is they put the placeholder, little gray dude, they put him in the first area of wasteland. He never was there. So they had us all scouring the first area of wasteland trying to find him, and he didn't exist. When they finally did introduce him, they put him in where you found him for Season of Rhythm. They put him in the Krill area of wasteland. And they moved the thinking emote to Vault, where you found him in Rhythm. So a lot of people had all the thinking cosmetics before you could actually get the thinking emote in Vault. There was this period where you couldn't get him. So it's a little bit weird. And I think I've seen something as I go through these videos. I'll be curious to see how things progress here. I was waiting for my alt. Actually, I was waiting for my main account because I needed some help with the thinking emote. Because it is a 2-player required. So back at this point, we did not complete we didn't have the jellyfish. Okay, so I'm going back. I realized I forgot an emote is what I was doing, so I had to just cut all that out. This is one of my main accounts. I'm not sure which one. You can see I have the pigtail braids on it, the blue cape here with the pigtail braids. Of course, and I figured out which alt account this is too. This brown cape is. It is an alt I had through the beta, the rest of the beta at this point. So here's the whale bones. It's actually easier to do this with your white candle if you try to start a friendship action. Do it with your white candle. There I am trying to do that. It burns much, much quicker. And all you do is you start a friendship, start giving a friendship gift, but don't complete it. And it keeps your white candle out. The white candle doesn't go away if you lose your light. I'm about to lose my light. Back here, I noticed though, if you lost your light, then the whale reset. I don't know if it still does, but it did back here. Okay, we all know how that works, so I'll just skip ahead. And there we have our whale call. Whale call. Can't remember if the calls still sounded different back here or if they got to their current, when they got to their current sound. People would leave message candles in hard to reach places or impossible to reach places just to show that they're very clever and got there. Yeah. Here are some seasonal candles, already lit, already collected. And we don't have any jellyfish yet at this time, so we just get to climb right up the ramp to the door, which is already open. How nice is that? We had darkness. That's what you see on the sides of darkness. Dark plant. Okay, whoop. There was a disconnect, which, of course, beta happened. Happens in live, too. So here we go, and I think you still see a lot of the darkness that used to be dark plant that used to be in this level. So there's the thinking emote grayed out. You can see him there. He is eventually, like I said, going to move to vault, but right now he was still there. And all of you know about this doorway. Well, this doorway used to lead here, and you have to open it here. There's a button. Somebody's already in here opened it and activated it. It wasn't showing to activate for some reason. There we go. And this is what this used to do. Like I said, has always been here as the thinking emote, but once winter season started, they changed it into a seasonal emote. And then eventually, winter season actually was a certain length, and then it was like elongated by like 4 weeks as they made changes. So eventually they closed this and then moved this emote into the vault, which then wasn't available for a few weeks. So there you can see he's now a seasonal. His upgrades will be in there, and that's where they got the blue cape, which I believe was still in rhythm, is exactly what it was too. So I'm going to see. There was our original little thing. Only 5 free candles. Free daily season candle. Twice the daily quest. Exclusive winter pendant accessory, and twice the rewards to unlock. Because only the 2 quests were available to a non-season pass holder, as you've seen when I've gone into that. Somebody's message candle saying, think, think, think. So that was that. Oh, we do have our big dark plant over there now. I'm not taking a look around to see if there's other... bad flight. Terrible flight. Oof. Still middle stages of flight. You can see my diamonds on my back glowed purple when I needed to use energy. When I was using energy, lighting something, burning something, your diamonds on the back would glow purple. Let's see what iteration of this we have now. Do we still have the old one? I think so. Yeah, still the old one. This is one of those things I'm sad they got rid of. I loved this elder. She was just less angry. More sad, less angry. Now she just seems angry. But her collecting the light you gave, that was an interesting, always an interesting, and that idea I think is still in the game, is using the light that you offer, the spirits that you've collected. For a little while it was even more clear, but they got rid of those ones too. That one, again, wasn't, a lot of people were confused by it. The beta could be very confusing because some changes would be made and you don't see the whole new scene. And so, and sitting in beta going like, where did this come from? What's happening? And then you start a new account, which is why I kept doing these new accounts, going, oh, that's why. Because everything you see before that is different now. And as a beta tester who's already active, you didn't get to see that the whole sequence. So sometimes being in the beta was, you missed things. That's why I was glad they reset your character. I just wish they hadn't reset our friendships. So that is all of Forest. So we will continue with Valley next. Along with the winter season spirit in Valley, which was the Juggle spirit. There were less cosmetics. Definitely when they brought Season of Rhythm to bring winter season back with Season of Rhythm, they added several cosmetics to it. But this looks just the same as it does now. I was just in this area with that planet. No star over to the left, no winged light over to the left, because there's no winged light in the game yet. No meditation shrine or meditation area over there. So now we're going to head back to Aviary, and you're going to see my next door open, my next light on the door light, my next door open. So you can see I now have 3 lights on the storm door open or lit, and I have another thing open there. We're going to head on up to the storm door, it looks like, and we're going to see that I have 3 buttons lit, because that's how this works. You can see the eyes glowing up there too. That's what it looks like to me. So 3 buttons lit. So I can light 3 buttons now. But I still can't light the other ones. Nope, no can do. Obviously you could get in there if you were led by somebody else, just like you can now as a moth. We're going to go take a look at our friendship shrine thingamajiggery here. I have still hugged 0 friends. I have no friends. What am I supposed to do? Hug 3 more friends to earn a reward. Yes. Angry. I have no friends. I'm angry about that. And cry. There we go. And think. think it might be good to make friends. Bye-bye. So that's that. That's cute. Okay. You can see the sky darkening again. So now we're going to head back to home space and take a look. You can see, okay, here's our winter constellation. There's our point constellation, or isle constellation. There's our prairie constellation. And our forest constellation. I think I was missing Manticore in forest. That's the one I missed. I think that was still in forest. So, okay, here's where you buy the cosmetics. It's a home space. Forgot we had home space in the constellations. Constellation table in home space. So kind of similar to what you do now, except you don't have, it's in home space. And you buy your cosmetics either there or at the spirits in the level. I really do miss being able to visit the spirit shops in the levels. I loved that in where you found them. You can visit them now in the social areas, but being able to visit them where you found them was cool because it let me go take pictures at them at the place where you found them. It was just neat. So I appreciated being able to do that. I did that with winter season. So we're back to aviary. And now I'm going to head back here, and I think at this point it's going to let me finish my quests. Oops, only got one. Follow another player. That one was disturbing. I'm so glad they got rid of that quest. Because you could get stalked, and people did get stalked. And it was finally, I think it was a certain region of players who were complaining enough that they got rid of that whole follow thing, where you could follow a stranger, an absolute stranger. So you can't follow strangers anymore, thank goodness. You can if you hold your light out to them. So if you exchange light and they hold it out. But anyway. But yeah, that one was a slightly creepy one. I think we still have the old-timey, calls, thank goodness. I so miss those. But see there, you can visit the spirit right where he was, visit his shop. I just liked that. It was just so neat to be able to visit them out in the world. It made the world feel populated by these guys. Alas, now only the social areas are populated. So now here I am going to find a stranger, light them, and as you can see, accidentally follow them. I got the quest. And so there's my second quest. I still don't know that I know I can't buy the adventure pass, or if I just haven't tried. I haven't seen myself try again. But anyway, I guess we will end this one here. And we will move on to Valley in the next one. So join me for that one, and thanks for watching. We'll see you later.